Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing all of the new Ninjago spinners for the summer of 2023. All of the new ones for Ninjago Dragons Rising. From left to right, we have set number 71777, Kai's Dragon Power Flip, set number 71778, Nias Dragon Power Drift, and set number 71779, Lloyd's Dragon Power Spin. These are the newest monstrosities to come out of Ninjago spinners. We have a similar piece count for each of them, and they all retail for $10.99 USD, $1 more than what these spinners usually are. So these things kind of have a lot to prove in my opinion. Spoiler alert, they do not prove anything. In today's video, my goal is to simply give you guys my thoughts on these sets, talk about them all at once, just because they are small enough to cover all in one video. I don't think I have the mental capacity to handle 3 videos of these things, so we will just be doing one solid video. And yeah, this is obviously not trying to be a professional LEGO review. You are on the wrong channel if you want professional LEGO reviews. For the boxes, here we have all 3 of them lined up for the front, and here we have all 3 of them in terms of the back. Kai's spinner comes with everything you see here, and honestly, I'm not sure how to feel about all of the accessories that you get here. First of all, you just get a couple of these fire things, again, just kind of obstacles for Kai to run over. Who cares? Throw those off to the side. You also get this little Imperium drone thing. Again, just another obstacle. I think he's built really well. All of the spinners come with some type of Imperium droid. This one's not too bad, but at the end of the day, I still don't really care. Get out of there. Just gonna bump the spinner there. We also get this big fire statue thing. Cool. You can't really see that all the way in frame, but it does have a dragon energy core just kind of resting on top. And unfortunately, it's one of the boring golden ones. But then again, you do get 3 transparent ones in the spinner itself, so I guess I can't complain too much. You do get 4 dragon energy cores per set. 1 golden one is guaranteed, plus the 3 that come with the actual spinner. This fire thing, though, again, you just got to knock it over to get the core. Who cares? Not me. What I was curious about was the actual spinner itself, and here it is. Now, as you can see, this is a very interesting construction. The piece there, holding all of the dragon energy cores, is a new piece, and that's what every single spinner is kind of built around. Kai just kind of rests in there, as you can see, and you can spin it. The box also suggests that it flips, so I hope it flips. Now, according to the instructions, you're supposed to just, you know, slam that thing really hard and the spinner will flip. Let's see if I can pull it off on camera without shaking the camera and just making a big mess. Oh, that was great. Great first attempt. Yeah. Hey, there it is. Yeah, so it takes a while, but you can make it work. Apologies if that was super loud. I'm trying my best here to demonstrate how these things work. Yeah, but Kai's flips, and that's the gimmick. Kai's also spins. Not as good of a spin as some of the other spinners that we've seen before, but it's good enough. So you can flip on either the accessories that you get in the set or the haters, you know, whatever you want to flip on. You can flip on them with Kai's Dragon Power Spinjitzu Flipper thing. So here we have the Kai minifigure. As you can see, he is rather different from his normal Dragons Rising counterpart. Very, very different, in fact. And overall, I like this figure a lot. These spinner figures are actually pretty cool. Love the transparent arms on all of them. I also really enjoy the printing on here with the nice fiery effect for Kai, especially. Very, very nice printing. Also, the masks are printed on all of these spinner figures. Very cool fire pattern on Kai's hood. Maybe we will see some printing like that for the normal Dragons Rising Ninja at some point down the line. Also, very cool dragon symbol on the torso there. For accessories, Kai just includes these 2 little fire blast pieces, but overall, pretty cool figure for Kai. Not too bad. I think the figures are definitely the strongest parts of these spinner sets at the very end of the day. Here we have Nias Spinner. What is Nias called? I gotta find the box really quick. I forgot. Nias Dragon Power Drift. Cool. So this thing comes with a couple of accessories. First of all, like Kai, you get a couple of these little things, except they're water. Who cares? Not me. You also get a little Imperium drone. This one's probably my favorite out of all the Imperium drones. He's just kind of short and stubby. He also has one of those spinner pieces on the bottom, so you can spin him if you want to, but he's kind of just meant to just wobble. I think he's kind of cool. Like I said, probably my favorite of the Imperium drones. You also get this thing, which is a pain in the you-know-what. If you knock this thing over, you're just going to spill everything in there. You do get one of the dragon cores. That's all fine and dandy. You also get a bunch of studs in there. Great. There's just too many studs in there, man. Too many studs, in my opinion. But you can put the dragon core in there if you want to, and you're supposed to knock into that, I guess. It's whatever. Let's look at the actual spinner, which in my opinion is rather beautiful. Love the water effects there. I think that looks pretty good overall. From the bottom, as you can see, we are still using that same basic dragon energy core piece thing. You also get 3 of the blue ones. I like the blue ones a lot. Those are probably my favorite of the dragon energy cores, just because my favorite color is blue, so, you know, bias. But like I said, more water detailing on the spinner. Looks very, very cool. Now this one is called Spinjitzu Dragon Power Drift, the keyword there being drift, and this thing does drift to an extent. Now, I couldn't figure this out for the longest time. I am how old? And I couldn't figure this out. This is meant for like 4-year-olds. I couldn't figure it out, so I consulted the instructions trying to figure out how this thing drifts. And apparently it drifts by pushing this back thing right here. So you push it, and it's supposed to drift as you push it, which I guess it kind of does to an extent. I find that it works better if you push it backwards. Like, it drifts a lot better if you fling the thing backwards as opposed to pushing it forward. Like the Kai spinner, though, this one can also spin in addition to drifting, but the spinning is definitely not as great as it is on Kai's, just because there is a brick weighing it down. But again, that's supposed to cause it to drift, which it does kind of. But it's not the best at drifting. Maybe I just don't have enough space. But yeah, that is Nia's Dragon Power Drift. Certainly not as frustrating as Kai's, but still kind of lame. In fact, this is probably the dullest out of all of the spinners, in my opinion. Not in terms of the build itself, because I like the water spinner. I just don't like the function. I think this is the most boring out of all of the functions. Because, wow, who would pick this? Like, what kid would choose this over Flippy Boy over here? Like that's cool. That's lame. Here we have Nia's minifigure. She just has a regular trident as her weapon, but it does have a nice water effect down there, I guess. Like Kai's, Nia's minifigure is very cool, very water-esque as well, with those transparent arms and the nice water-themed printing. Also, really cool mask. Can't go wrong with that mask printing. And really quick, here is the normal Dragons Rising Nia, just so you can see how these two compare. I really like this Nia figure a lot, actually. Like I said with the Kai figure, these Dragons Rising figures, at least according to the spinners, are probably the strongest aspect of the spinners. And finally, we have Lloyd Spinner. Now, in terms of his accessories, we do get one of these, or 2 of these rather, but I lost one. Don't ask me where that went. Probably threw it somewhere. We also get another one of these little Imperium drones. This one's kind of cool. It also spins. Whoop-de-doo. Don't care about that either. This is probably the most irritating of the Dragon Core accessories, too. Because of that. It doesn't stay together. The thing is just supposed to balance on that hole, which, easier said than done. Also, this doesn't plug in. So, you know, balance that on top of that, and balance this on top of that. Good luck trying to move it, because if you move it, the whole thing's going to fall apart. So, yeah, definitely a little bit irritating in my opinion, but it's good for knocking it down, I guess. So, whoop-de-doo. But I hate how hard it is to actually stand the thing up. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Maybe I'm just like clumsy or stupid or something. Don't answer that. But anyway, let's talk about the spinner itself. Let's move on to the spinner. Now, unlike the other spinners, this thing spins and only spins. That is its only function. It's supposed to spin. Now, admittedly, it does spin better than the other spinners, and honestly, I really like how this thing spins. Kind of reminds me of the old school spinners, but like Nia's, it's just kind of boring. Like, at least Kai's is cool because it spins and flips. Nia's spins and barely drifts. Lloyd's just spins, but it does spin better than the other spinners. So, action feature wise, this is probably the most clean one. Construction is the same as the other ones. You do get 3 of those green energy cores. That's pretty cool. Like I said, energy cores are really nice to get. with these sets. Again, I'd say get these sets just for the cores and the minifigures. At the end of the day, that's what I'm going to collect them for. The spinners themselves are going in the bin as soon as I get done recording this video. Here we have the Lloyd minifigure that comes with the spinner set. Now, Lloyd's minifigure, like the other two, is really well done. Love the transparent arms, represents his elemental energy very, very well, I'd say. He also comes with a giant shuriken, as you can see right there. Kind of like an arrow blade, but not quite. Kind of like something in between, I suppose. I also really like that torso printing and the printing on top of the mask. Very cool figure. And really quick, let's bring in the standard Dragons Rising Lloyd, just so you can see how those two compare with each other. Definitely a lot better than the other two. And let's bring out those other two, just so we can compare them all here. Let's have Nias drift on in. And here's Kai's, so you can see how all three of them work together there. Yeah. Amazing. What a great group of spinners. No, Lego, listen, all right? I like spinners just as much as the next guy. I've been a Ninjago fan since day one, right? Spinners are great, but come on. Just having spinners by themselves, that's only part of the gimmick. What made the original Ninjago spinners great was the game that you played with them. These things, I mean, sure, you can make up your own game, but there's no cards, there's no, like, trading of weapons, there's none of that, there's no knocking each other off. Instead, Kai can just, like, barely flip on the other ones. Lloyd can spin on the other ones, and Nia can drift away into the spare parts bin. There's no, like, value in these except for just mindless play, which in my opinion is very weak compared to many other spinners. In fact, I don't think Lego and Ninjago have made, like, a decent set of spinners since the first one. I mean, maybe the Airjitsu flyers, but those were fun in their own way. If these things could fly, A+ across the board, and maybe the legacy spinners as well weren't too bad. But these things, again, they just join the long line of Ninjago spinners that are just kind of forgettable and just dumb. I know that I'm not the target demographic, but even so, when I was a kid, we had the spinners with the cards, the weapons, the game. I feel bad for the kids of today, because how much fun can this be if there's no one to spin against, if there's no game to be had there? Maybe I'm wrong in saying that. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, these things are just another set of forgettable spinners that I'm not going to remember after I get done recording this. And really quick before we wrap up, here we have the spare parts for each set and the instruction manual as well. So overall, in terms of these Ninjago Dragon Power spinners, how do I feel about them? Well, I think it's fairly obvious. These things are pretty much a catastrophic failure. I can tell these spinners tried to do something new, but the new things that they do introduce either don't work half the time or are just super boring. So like I said, these spinners are kind of just failures in my opinion. I do kind of regret buying all three of them. And overall, these things just kind of are not very good. So with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Leave a comment down below discussing what you think about the new spinners for this wave. Do you like them? Do you not like them? And guys, this will be my very last Ninjago Dragons Rising review video before the Ninjago City Markets, which I have not started building just yet as of the time of recording this video, so that review might be a little bit late. Sorry about that, but I wanted to get through all of these reviews first. I have now reviewed every single Dragons Rising set that I bought for this new wave, not counting the market. So if you do not see a review for a specific set, I just did not buy that set. What I bought, I have already reviewed. Check out all of those reviews if you so desire, and hopefully you enjoyed this short little saga of Ninjago Dragons Rising set reviews. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.